Why did she leave if the sex was awesome? The answer is actually pretty simple, and it comes down to physiology. When we have sex, a specific set of hormones, neurotransmitters, and peptides are released from the brain into the body. Those chemicals make us feel good. They make us feel safe. They make us feel connected. They make us feel loved. They are chemicals of bonding that flush through our body. In addition to the physical pleasure of sex, part of the reason that sex feels so good is because it stimulates the release of all of these hormones, neurotransmitters, and peptides that make us feel really close to, connected with, and bonded to another human being. So if that was happening during amazing sex, then why did she leave? Well, those same chemicals are released when we feel an emotional connection with another person. And human beings are deeply relational creatures. From the moment of our birth, we are dependent on connection, on human bonds in order to survive. In fact, from the moment a parent picks up a child, bonding happens in two really powerful ways: through eye contact with the infant and also through the skin-on-skin contact. Both the adult, whether it's a parent or someone else, and the child get a flush of these hormones, neurotransmitters, and peptides that make them feel close, connected, bonded, loved, and loving. Right, so from our birth, we are wired to do this, to experience these hormones, these chemicals of bonding. And we need them. We crave them. Because for most of human history, if we weren't experiencing this with some regularity, that meant that we were probably isolated and alone. And if we were isolated and alone, we were probably going to die. So our desire to feel that connection, which comes in the form of these very specific chemicals in our body, our desire to feel that is very, very strong. It is as strong, I would argue, as our need to drink and breathe and eat. Sex alone is not enough to meet the relational needs, the need for connection for a human being. So if you are in a relationship where there is not that consistent emotional connection, there's not emotional intimacy, there's not emotional safety, maybe you're fighting with your partner a lot, or you're just not feeling close to them, if there's that disconnect, you are lacking those chemicals. They're not flowing through your body. You're not feeling connected. You're not feeling close. You're not feeling loved. In fact, in those situations, you can become quite desperate to feel those things. And so then you go to bed with your partner and you have sex, and that physical connection of sex, that act, causes your brain to release all of these chemicals that you've been missing. And so it's incredible. And of course the sex can become amazing because you haven't felt this and you've been needing it and you've been wanting it. And it's like eating when you're starving, right? Like everything tastes good and it's amazing. And so, of course, you're really engaged and you want it. And maybe the sex even becomes frequent. But that's the only place where you're getting that release of those brain chemicals. You are not getting them through your emotional connections, through your day-to-day contact with your partner. And so it's not enough, right? It's like you have this amazing feast. It's like fasting. Right, you're fasting for days at a time and you're so hungry, and then you get to eat and it's amazing, but it doesn't change the fact that you're hungry all the time in between, right? And if you have the opportunity to walk away and be somewhere where you can get fed all of the time, even though the food tasted so good because you were starving, you're still going to walk away because you'd rather have your 3 square meals a day that just taste like normal food than be starving for days at a time to have that incredible, flavorful meal. And so that's why she left, even though the sex was awesome, because the sex was the only place that she was getting the release of those neurotransmitters, hormones, brain chemicals that every single human being needs. Something that's really, really important for you to consider if this has happened to you, if your wife or partner left and you are really struggling with it, if you're feeling devastated and alone and hopeless or even suicidal, that is a really strong sign that your emotional needs weren't getting met either. In fact, I can almost guarantee if she wasn't getting enough of those brain chemicals, you weren't getting enough of them either. I think a lot of men learn to cope with very low levels of these human brain chemicals that allow us to feel connection and bonding because of the societal expectations of how men are supposed to be and what kinds of emotions it's acceptable for them to show. I think a lot of men are living with a great deficit of the brain chemicals that allow for feelings of love, safety, bonding, and connection. And so you might have been getting it from sex, but you maybe have been coping with that deficit for so long that you didn't even realize how much you needed it until she walked away. There's some good news here, though. There are a lot of ways for a human being to produce those chemicals. There's a lot of ways to meet our need for connection, just like there are a lot of different kinds of food that will nourish your body. So if you are suffering from lost connection, from a lack of bonding, a lack of love, there are many ways to start to meet those needs. But it has to start with you taking some action, with you deciding to ask for help and to work on this. If you're new to my channel, I'm Rachael Sloan. I'm a certified life coach and a master NLP practitioner. I'm also the founder of Better Beyond Divorce, which is a unique set of coaching programs designed for men who are suffering from this lost connection to help them reconnect to themselves, to other people, eventually to a new partner, and move forward after a divorce, especially one that they didn't want. If you'd like my help directly, you'll find a link to learn more about my programs in the video description below. You can also look through my videos here on YouTube. I talk about a lot of different ways to start to regain and reconnect and heal from a divorce, a separation, or a breakup. So if the sex was amazing and she left and you're in pain, I hope that this video has helped you understand why, and I really hope that you'll either reach out or keep watching and start to help yourself move forward and heal. Thanks for being here, and I will see you guys in the next video. If you found this video helpful, then you have to check out my free masterclass, How to Take Back Control of Your Life After Divorce. In that hour-long masterclass, I go into way more detail than I can cover on these YouTube videos about how specifically to start to heal, to stop the painful emotions, regain your confidence, and take back control of your future. I break it down into steps and give you a lot of actionable items that you can start using right now today to start feeling better. You'll find the link in the video description below under free masterclass, How to Take Back Control of Your Life After Divorce. I hope to see you on the masterclass and in the next video here on YouTube. Thanks for watching.